All this time, the answer was right here. This changes everything. Do you want to know the biggest mystery to setting up a successful print-on-demand store? Let me show you. Niche. A specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. I had to read that a few times. What does it even mean? Niche market. Let me give it to you straight. A niche is when a merchant targets a very specific group of people to get a competitive advantage and sell more. Many POD merchants never bother choosing a niche, and that's a crime. Because when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. You need a niche to sell more. Let's see who's done it right and gotten good money out of it. People like Christopher Sartes know this lesson well. His Etsy-based company, Dog Ross Pet Painting, has taken off for animal lovers everywhere. Another POD superstar, Charles Smith, has done wonderful things for himself and his community with his Black Fathers Exist brand. And then there's Michael. He likes to wake and bake, so he made that his thing. His customers appreciate his premium blend of wit, and they connect over a shared interest. Interesting. You can see a clear pattern here. These merchants target a specific group of people, and not just everyone, which in return has granted them more success. Still not convinced? Let me tell you how it works on a deeper level. Niches are designed to tap into people's emotions, which is often the best way to make sales. Exhibit A. A lot of the time, print on demand is about impulse buying. That's why you need to tap into their emotions and get them to buy. Build loyalty by talking to increasingly specific parts of people. And a big bonus there is, the deeper you go in, the fewer merchants will follow you. Lastly, once you're the only seller for a specific niche in the market, you can set whatever prices you want. Let's put our theory to the test. I'm going to create a niche of my own. Think about what you're passionate about. For me, it's all about true crime series and documentaries. This is an increasingly popular topic. To make sure that my audience connects with my store and my products, I'll make merchandise that dials into specific crime stories or images. This way, all the crime show addicts stay excited about my brand and want to keep buying more. Now you try it. Find your own personal niche. Business takes time and thought, so it's better to have a cause you believe in or at least enjoy. This way, the research becomes worthwhile and fun. Here are some ideas that could inspire your niche. Ideas like social causes like climate change and social justice issues. Wildlife, pets, and animal causes. Passions, hobbies, and other interests. Sports is always very popular. Inspirational and motivational quotes. Viral content, it's always popping up and it's easy to add a unique spin to popular jokes and themes. Or you can focus on celebrations like weddings, birthdays, baby showers, or graduations. Just remember, don't be generic. It's worth it to dive into your topic. I really like detective work and getting to the bottom of mysteries, so I could have just gone with detectives, but that's too generic. I needed to narrow it down. Several overlapping detectives from multiple series. I'll target true crime show addicts specifically, the people that just can't get enough of clever references, puns, and inside jokes. My designs will be tailored to those who binge watch series enough to see the big picture. And there's my niche. But the main point of having a niche means making money, and that means validating it before diving in. Let me show you how it works. Using this strange piece of technology that an old man in a flying car sold me down at the docks. First, let's go to Google Trends. It's the right place to check an idea's traction over time. Here's how it works. You go to trends.google.com and enter your idea's keyword in the search bar. My niche is true crime show addicts, but since it's pretty specific, watch what happens if I search for it. Your search doesn't have enough data to show here. This is what happens when there's not enough people searching for your specific keyword combination, yet, which means Google can't get enough data. If I want to see the potential popularity of my niche, I'll have to look at the parent topic. Let's try that again, but this time, use the word true crime. And voila, now we're talking. On the main graph, I can see the interest in the topic over time, and depending on where I want to sell, I can change the country right here. Since I'm only targeting the US, I'll leave it as is. But this default 12-month graph doesn't tell me much. I'm gonna need more. Let's adjust the time period here. I'll set mine to 5 years. Look at that. Clear proof that true crime has indeed been rising in popularity. A good sign that my niche has potential. I can use the time range to check the stability of my niche too. For instance, now I know true crime has been gaining interest over a long period of time, which means it's not likely to lose it anytime soon. If I were to stumble across a keyword that has spiked in popularity only recently, let's say just 30 days, there's a good chance it might go down just as quickly as it trends. If I'm simply jumping on a trend for a quick buck, such an idea is great. But if I want a lasting business, I'd stay away from those. It all depends on your goals and how much time you're ready to invest. Just a few more useful tips for Google Trends. If I scroll down here, I'll find more details on the interest of my keyword by sub-region. This will help me determine exactly where to target customers, especially when running ads. And if I set the region as worldwide, I'll see the countries that have searched this keyword the most. At the bottom of the page, I get related topics and inquiries. I can use these keywords as inspiration to further develop my niche. My next step is to find my following. Facebook and Reddit are good places to see if people are talking about my niche. All I need to do is search for my niche on Facebook. If there are groups that share my interests, that's a good sign that people are interested. Plus, I might have just found my future customers. It's worth exploring these groups and seeing what people are talking about so that I get a better idea for topics and designs I can make to better fit my audience. The same goes for Reddit. I'll use my keyword to look for related communities. See, I can already find a bunch of subreddits dedicated to the topic. Looks like we hit a gold mine. Now all that's left to do is one last very important check. Even when there's demand within a market, it's hard selling when there's a bigger player in town. Etsy is a great place to see if people are already selling products tailored to my audience. If I search for my keyword on Etsy, I get a clear view of what my niche is selling and what kind of products are associated with it. I can see that people are already selling within my niche, which is actually a good thing because it tells me there's a demand for me. We want to make sure that the total results are not too high. Generally below 1K is good. Keep in mind, the more search results there is, the harder it will be to break out and get sales. If, like me, you found a niche that has little to no competition, congratulations! You might have just found the next big thing. For even more insights, you can use the same tactic on Amazon as well. Based on these steps, my niche is solid. Now all I need is good marketing to get all the true crime show addicts excited about my brand and keep them buying. Oh, operator, get me Facebook ads. Want to talk to that Zuckerberg kid. See how easy that was? Well, it wasn't easy, but if you follow these steps, targeting a niche shouldn't be hard. From here on, keep releasing new exciting products to fuel engagement. And remember, you have a bunch of free tools available to help make that happen. That's all, folks. The mystery of your missing niche has been solved. Case closed. And this is just one of the mysteries we've solved here at Printify. For more exciting print-on-demand mysteries, subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend.